Well, good morning to you all. I'm going fully manual today. I am in Fredville Park, which is just outside Nornington in Kent. And it's particularly renowned for its pedunculated, I can't even say the word, pedunculated oaks. They are old, gnarly oaks, which can be anything between 300 and 800 years old. Looks like I've got wings. Come on, sort yourself out here. Do the clip up in a minute. No, I've got to do the clip up now. Hang fire, people. Got to keep my ears warm. Multitasking. Why is that not going in? There we go. That's better. It's still cold, my word. I think the car said 0 degrees, but the wind chill factor is supposed to be minus 13 today. So I'm going to keep the gloves on. In fact, that one's going in the pocket right now. So Fredville Park, private estate, but there's a public footpath right through the middle of it, which means I can walk through. You can see behind me here, you've got all these pedunculated, I can't even say the word, I'm just too cold. I'm going to type it on the screen now. It's these oaks, which are part of the oak and the beech family, and there's so many around me. Look at this behind me. Old gnarly oaks. I just thought I'd made a promise to myself, because I was up here back in October when I discovered it, and it's only on my doorstep. It's quite bizarre that, just getting out. Definitely local for my lockdown walk, but it's still been snowing here, and I'd said to myself back in October, if ever it snows, this would make a great place to take some landscape photographs, especially of the trees, especially in there. That's just so crazily majestic. I'm going to walk to the far end. The sun is in front of me, and if I take pictures, as I always do, with the sun in front of me, my subject is always dark. So I think I'm learning the lesson. If I can have the sun behind me illuminate the subject, I'll get some lovely pictures of these oaks, especially in this environment. And as I said at the beginning, I'm going fully manual. So I'm going to try and keep the ISO down to 100, and it is super bright, so I don't need to worry about bumping the ISO up. And just basically use the exposure compensation slide grade thing that you'll see on the screen in a minute when I set the camera up, keeping it bang in the middle. It's just so cold. Losing all my words. Keep it right in the middle, and therefore I can then decide, well, do I want the aperture to be really tiny, f22, f20, and depending on what depth of field I want, am I close to the subject, does that need to be in focus but the background blurred, in which case I'll drop it down to f4, that kind of thing. But then I can adjust the shutter speed, and of course I've got the tripod, see it on the back there, I've got the tripod, so even if I have to drop the speed down to 15th of a second, 30th of a second, I won't worry about handshake because I've got the tripod. So going fully manual, I will be in complete control. I'm not letting the camera do anything on my behalf. So let's walk to the end. I'll survey the situation and set up a few compositions. Make this a short video, but it's all about manual control today, and hopefully you'll get something from it. I feel like Scott of the Antarctic. Pedunculated oaks, that's what I was referring to. Okay, so it's just glorious. Look at this. I love it with the snow and the oak trees. So I'm going to try and capture, I think what I might do in terms of composition is, you can see here I've got the tree, but it's there's a clump of trees behind it, so what I'm going to do is move further over that direction, maybe into the field, and try and get the tree isolated with the blue sky around it. So in fact, yeah, that's the best shot set up there, because it's all about perspectives, right? We've done perspectives before. So if I walk down here a little, you see what I'm doing with the tree. I'm bringing more of the blue sky in. Oh, that looks glorious. Maybe not have that shadow. Oh, I like that. That's pretty as ever. Right, let's set the camera up here. Because I'm in manual mode, I'm particularly interested in getting, if you see, if I move the exposure meter dial, you'll see the level is telling me far to the left, to overexposed, sharp to the right, underexposed. I've got my ISO set to 100. We're in manual mode. It's bang in the middle. Now remember what I was talking about the other day about backlighting. So let's just set the white balance. I'm going to try one with auto first, just to see what it does. I want to increase my f-stop. We'll get to f11, reduce the speed, so we're at 1/100th of a second, f11, let's just take a shot, 18 mil, there we go, I'll reset that to 2 seconds in a moment, 18 mil, and I'm getting the shadows in there, not so good. So I am going to zoom in a little, there we go, lovely incline, you can't see it. I'm going to go back into live view again. With the sun glaring behind me, you're just not getting it, so I'm just going, you're not getting the image on the screen, it's just too bright. But when I was in live view, which I am now, so I'll slide it back down for you so that you can see. I couldn't see the shadow at the bottom right at 18 mil. But as soon as I take the live view film off, like now, I can actually see the shadow. So 18 mil, that first picture, not really that good. So I'll zoom in. Right, now we're going to set up proper. This is the image I want. So I've got to lock the focus in. Definitely locked. So what I have to do, I'm on manual priority, and I've got F11, good depth of field, gets the background focused. I might bump that up to F16 for another shot. The one that I eventually display for you, you'll see. But I think this whole exercise in manual is the key. So I'm going to do 2 shots. I've got white balance set to auto. I'm hoping that it will give me the glorious whites, but if not, I'll change that. It does actually do that. That's very, very nice. What I'm going to do is, and this was hold that thought in the previous video, when you have this glaring white bright light, the camera tries to compensate for the brightness and therefore overexposes. So you've got to tell the camera you need more light in there. So I can do 2 things. I can do exposure compensation, and I can increase that by 1 f-stop. So even though I'm on f11, I'm telling the camera, bump it up 1 f-stop. So what would they be? F12, F13? I don't know. It would be F13, because it goes from f11 to f13. So 2-second timer. Let's see what that brings us. It's just spectacular. Shot number 2. I've got 3 oaks, so let's give you a live view image. Zoom out a little bit here so you can see it. It's kind of a barren wilderness. I'm going to focus in on those 3. What's the shame is that we've got the hill going up behind the trees, so in terms of rules of thirds, what I should be doing is dropping it down like that, so that we got the snow and the horizon of trees is the bottom and middle third, and then the sky in the top. But you know what, I'm going to ignore rules of thirds, focus right in, so that I've got the bottom of the tree and the top of the tree. In fact, I'm going to bring it around a little bit, so that I got that tiny tree. Actually, yeah, that's a nice shot. What do you think? Don't put it dead centre. Take those three like so. Right, let's take the shot. My view off. Let's get the focus in. I was going to do self-timer, and it took the shot. It's a crazy thing. So I'm moving my little dial. This is f11, ISO 100, and we've got 1/50th of a second. Now I might want a little more brightness here, so I'm going to take 2 shots, and I'm going to drop the f-stop. It is very pleasant, I'll give it that. I'm going to drop the f-stop down to f8. So I've got 2 options here. I can leave it on 1/50th of a second. That gives me this shot. And it brightens up. But if I keep it on f8 and move the dial back down, I get 1/100th of a second at f8. It's almost the same as saying the only thing that would change is the depth of field if I change the aperture. If I open it up, everything in the foreground can be focused, or the subject can be focused, and everything else can be blurred. But if I decrease the aperture, and I've got f11, f16, just everything is in shot. But because I'm adjusting the aperture, the speed needs to then go slower or faster, and it gives me the same light. So the only thing that changes really is the depth of field. And it's open, everything else is blurred except for the subject. Closed, everything is focused. So all in all, a rather nice shot. I think I need to just one more. This is the actual shot you're going to see now, because I need some of the top of the tree not to be chopped off. In fact, I want all of the tree. If I chop any of that tree off, it's just, you know, what's the point of coming out taking pictures of trees when you're going to chop them off? Right, self-timer. Ding, ding, ding. I like the shot even before I've taken it. In the bag. Lovely. Let's go see another tree. Oh, there's a breeze blowing right down my neck. Let's put the hood up as well. You know, we got the gear. Might as well make ourselves comfortable, right? There's a tree here. There's 2 trees down there, which I want to take a picture of, but there's one particular one here. Let me show you. It's a funky tree because it's got growth and a really low-hanging... Where's my hand? Really sort of low-hanging branches, and I took a picture of that during the summer or October when I came here, from that area facing that direction with the houses. And with this snow, I think it's just going to look fabulous. So let's take a trek just across the field. I'll set up, we'll have a look at that composition. I shall have to crouch down for this one, but I'm not getting on my knees, not in this snow. So let's put live view on for you. So what I'm doing here, zooming in on the house, lock the focus on it. It's about as sharp as it'll go. Zoom back out. So for this composition, it's about the tree. I don't want the left-hand side. Well, it kind of makes a nice shot, doesn't it? The left-hand side of the tree there. I'll take 2. I'll take one like that. And then I'm going to zoom in so that I chop the left of the tree up, bring it up a little so that I've got the branches, and I might have to zoom in. That's the shot, isn't it? In fact, that's shot number one. That is framed nicely with the tree, the branch coming across, and the house in the background. 2-second timer. Do. Hey, that's great. And then back into live view for you. I'm going to zoom out a little so that we get the perspective of the tree. Let's turn that slightly. That's a nice tree. It's a very nice tree. What I need to do is increase the... You're down there. What I need to do is increase the f-stop so that I get better depth of field. I may well be the only one in the world who calls it field of depth. And I don't care. Here we go. Yeah, kind of. It was a spontaneous picture last time. I'm so crouched down anymore. I'm doing myself an injustice. Did you hear my back screeching or squeaking? Look. I jest. I'm perfectly fine. Let's go back over to the main road. What did I see? Can you see that tree in the background there? Isn't that amazing? What have I got? 2 more trees to take pictures of, and then I promised myself as well, let's get this in a better angle, let's reduce that. Ooh, close up, extreme close up. Where's my camera? Oops. Yeah, take 2 more shots of these trees, and then what I promised myself was there is a rather lovely windmill, the Chillenden windmill, and they've recently, just in the last few months, put the sails back on, so it looks rather nice. But what I need to do is drive over there, and I'm not sure the roads are passable at the moment, so we'll give it a shot. But let's finish this one first, then we'll head over to Chillenden, take a few shots of the windmill. I found my first gnarly oak. Would you like to take a look at this? Isn't that just special? Just branches all twisting and turning, interloping with one another. And I can imagine this tree is not dead, even though if you look at the top, if I zoom in at the top there, you will see it looks like it's been struck by lightning, or it's just effects of the weather, and it's perishing. But then you look at all of these little branches here, is it focusing? And they seem to have buds on them. So anyway, gnarly oak 1. Look at that tree, isn't that lovely? As I said before, I'm not a tree hugger, but I do appreciate trees. I think they're just special things. Right, live view off. And we're not walking in a winter wonderland. Lock the focus. Don't let that just. 2-second timer. We're on f14, 1/30th of a second, ISO 100. And the way the sun's coming in that way, onto the bark, yeah, it looks rather nice. Let's just... Do I do another shot? One more. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. What do you think? trees. Just 2 more. Bear with me. We'll get there. We don't mind tree photos, do we? It's all about, I'm going manual, and it's all about trees, and it's all about snow and white, and it's just lovely. I see in the fields over there, can you see? I don't know if you can see without me adjusting it. Seems to be a family sledging down the hill. I think the big thaw is coming, not thaw with a hammer, mind you. The big thaw is coming on Tuesday. So everything will be lush and green again. And we'll have 12 degrees centigrade. We'll be out in our Bermuda shorts and t-shirts, won't we? Drinking pina coladas, but not in the rain. If you like pina coladas. There is a song in there somewhere. Right, I'm going to set up for these 2 trees. I think they'll love here. 2 pedunculated oaks. Oh, that one looks just amazing over there. We'll get that one in a minute. Here's the composition. If I zoom in here, you can see live view going. Look at the trunk on that. You've got 2 together. The trunks. I hope that's in focus. I can't really tell with my vision, but that's the shot I want. 2 of those 2 majestic oaks, and one that's obviously fallen over time, and they've left the trunk there, and it looks quite special. Let's see what that trunk is doing. I'll take a shot of the trunk by itself first. I'm almost keeping the same settings as before. Yeah, that's alright, it looks like this. And now we're going to zoom out. 2 trees. I do like the blue sky and I do like the white snow. Perhaps I should have come here the other day instead of going to... Where did I go the other day with the snow? Gosh, it was only 2 days ago and I forgot where I went. Snow scenes I called it, didn't I? Oh, I was walking for my car. I had to do the shoot anyway, didn't I? That wasn't a particular purposeful winter scene shooting. This is all about manual and all about me controlling the speed of the camera and the aperture. Lock that focus in. Oh, it does look special. I might take a few of these shots because I might want to darken it down. It does look nice. Let's darken it down. Let's reduce that f-stop really tight. F22. So, composition wise, I've got the pedunculated oak. I do like saying that, don't I? Look at those abs. Chunky monkey tree. Looks like the Hulk. So we'll zoom out. In terms of composition, if I try and just have the tree, I lose the top and the bottom unless I go landscape. And I can't go landscape because of that big branch going out to the left. So I have to include that little tree on the left hand side there. But I think that I can live with that. So let's take live view off. I'm going for f18 at f50, ISO 100. Ah, it's lovely, lovely and majestic. I might have to do some dodge and burn on the branch at the bottom to illuminate it. But right, that's it. That's the finished article. I'm going to head over to Chillenden and see what's what. I'll charge the phone up in the car on the way so that I can do another bit of short video just of the windmill. I'm pretty sure I should be able to get a shot too. Let's go see. So I think I might get a couple of shots, a landscape and some crops, zooming in type things going on here. Let's lock focus on the windmill. It's Very pretty windmill. I'm going to zoom out a little. That's the first composition. It's kind of nice. Windmill in the first third. Let's go for a shot. We will have F18 1/60th of a second. Well, thanks for watching, bear with. Please the video a like down here somewhere. Like and subscribe. Hit the reminder button so that when I upload a video, if you subscribe, you'll get alerts saying, hey, Tudor, uploaded a new video. You don't want to miss that. Oh, it's so windy. Well, it's been a fun morning. Thanks for watching. I will see you in another video. Probably very soon, once this snow is thawed. Take care. Bye for now.